Hi, Michelle here, back with another video. Today we're gonna talk about the MGTOW movement. MGTOW stands for Men Going Their Own Way. The MGTOW is a digital separatist manosphere group. The members of this group defend the ideology of white male supremacy, and they have the purpose of liberating themselves from women and from society. The MGTOW movement is an online community composed by other online communities such as the men's rights activists, the Incels, which stands for involuntary celibates, anti-feminists, and pickup artists. It's believable that the MGTOW movement had originated in the early 2000s with a blog called No Man. This blog was the first to dedicate a manifest about this ideology. Like the Mason, the MGTOW also have their own ring. You can buy the blackpill war ring today at a discount price from $295 to only $250 at the redpillring.com website. The MGTOW movement is composed mostly by white heterosexual men over 30 from North America and from Europe. Listen to this very shocking message. Many of those men live at home with their caregivers. They have small incomes. They are not usually well-groomed or clean-shaved, and they don't dress nice like a successful man would do. Experts in psychology had analyzed the personality traits of those MGTOW men followers. Their studies have shown that those men tend to be prone to paranoid personality. Most of them had negative experiences with relationships in the past. They have a tendency to believe in conspiracy theories. They are socially awkward, highly introverted. Lots of them fight with social anxiety disorder, anger management issues. They often battle with depression. They can be dogmatical, disagreeable, rigid, schizophrenic, dependent, and they usually appear to be very calm, talking at a slow speed. And they also have an aversion to women. MGTOW don't like women because of its hypergamous nature. According to MGTOW enthusiasts, women are natural-born psychopaths because a woman with a hypergamy mindset uses her sex as a weapon to attract the alpha male. But the alpha male is her ultimate goal. But the alpha male is also the bad guy, then mistreats her. But at the same time, the alpha male is the only male that can keep her attention, despite of him being very abusive towards her. While the alpha male uses her for sexual gratification, she uses the beta male to provide for her financially. Another thing that MGTOW don't like is gay and feminine men. Those gay and feminine men are harassed with emasculation names. For example, MGTOW refers to them as soy boys, which refers to the fact that soy milk has estrogen in it. Or manginas, when a man is not capable to stand their ground on the decision to reject a woman or to confront them. But throughout history, misogyny and anti-feminism was always present. So what makes the MGTOW so special? What makes the MGTOW different is that they are individualistic and self-empowering. And as opposed to traditional collective actions, they don't have a leader. The goal is not only the separation from women, but from society all along. The personality traits of the members of the MGTOW could explain why the movement goes beyond women hating and take the form of a movement with the collective goal of separating themselves from society. A man free from women and from society is considered extremely powerful and evolved according to the MGTOW. But the only way a man can have the competence to break free is by transcending their own conscience to a higher level. In this case, he would start with a low level of conscience and work his way up until he gets to the top. There are 4 levels to the MGTOW ideology. The first level is the awakening to the true female nature, which I also popularly called taking the red pill, which I spoke in details in my videos in the past. The red pill awakening is what makes a man not to commit to a long-term relationship and have only casual sex with women. Now, let's move on to the next level, the second level. The second level is to abstain from sex with women. Notice that this is the most important level in the MGTOW world, because on this level is when men start to go on their own way, or at least try, because although they want to go on their own way, all they can talk about in their dialogues is women. The major concern, especially for the incel, is to control the desire of having sexual intimacy with women. The incel and the MGTOW want to truly stop any sexual response to women. The MGTOW believes they should not engage on sex with women because the sexual act can be a drainage from their brilliance. Most of them believe men can accomplish more if they don't have the presence of women in their lives to drain their vital creative force, empty their wallets, and steal their times. They believe that the process of discovering and figuring out solutions to the world's most difficult problems, especially in science, provokes a higher boost of testosterone in the body during the thought process, more than what is produced during sex with a woman. They believe also that the more intelligent a man is, the less he cares about women and relationship with them. That's why they praise men like Nikola Tesla, who died as a virgin, but he was the inventor of the modern current electricity supply system. So he died as a virgin but had a beautiful romance with his adorable dove wife. And Isaac Newton, that died as a virgin but yet was one of the greatest mathematicians that ever lived. Those scientists had achieved success because they went their own way and stopped having relationship with women all along, or despite going their own way. We can never tell. But to another side, Albert Einstein was married all along in his career with her college sweetheart. Then later, after his success, Einstein had remarried his cousin and had romantically courted her, and also courted his niece and his stepdaughter as well. Mahatma Gandhi was married, and also for a while he took a celibacy vow. But he came back to the scene asking his female followers to sleep with him naked and his 18 years old grandniece to share the bed with him. Some MGTOW often declares having sexual fantasies with dolls and toys, but also declares sometimes being asexual. But think about it. The absence of from sex is far from an act of discipline or purification. What the MGTOW actually wants is women's desirability and submission. They don't want to give women any kind of valuable resources, including money. Most importantly, money, because money could help women to get ahead in life. The plan is to never again give a woman a single penny so she can starve to death, or they can become female peasants begging for men's help over their knees with an open palm. So this is why men are going their own way, because they want to shake the stability between supply and demand in the relationship between men and women. The absence of men would create scarcity of resources, the resources that women always relied on all along the history, according to the MGTOW. So women would not have any other option but to praise men that owns all their resources. So they are going their own way, just so they can come back later when women had tasted the sourness of their absence. When women are finally too lonely, too impoverished and desperate is when the MGTOW will be back just to show off all the money they accumulated while they were gone, and still not give a woman a penny unless they totally submit. This idea could explain why MGTOW don't like feminists as well. Now we are moving on to the third level. This stage is a step up from the level 2, because at this point the MGTOW completely escaped the need from women's validation, desirability, and submission. At this stage, they just make enough money to survive with a minimum comfort. They go monk, and they reach their highest potential. As Dr. David Hawkins in his book Transcending the Level of Conscious, according to him, there are 18 levels of conscious. The lowest levels of conscious is shame, then comes guilt, apathy, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, self-realization, and last, in the most prized state, the full enlightenment. According to Hawkins, this last stage only a few people is capable to reach. Hawkins said an Indian Hindu called Ramana Maharshi unexpectedly reached the state of consciousness called enlightenment, and then in this state was so powerful that had him mute for 2 years until he was encouraged to speak again. During this time, while Maharshi was in a state of enlightenment, he took no care of his body at all. No shower, no grooming, no brushing his teeth or hair, and barely eating anything. Another Hindu that reached this state wandered off on foot to the Himalayas and had to be taken back to Bombay by his friends. According to Hawkins, in this state, there is no necessity to continue on in the life of the body. The body is simply abandoned. When this state happens, the body will be relinquished, and there will be no desire to move the body to any direction and no need to communicate or speak at all. As Hawkins points out, whether the body continues on to survive or not is uninteresting and without meaning. It's believable that a man who can escape from the desire of the women are breaking away from the desire of the world. In this sense, men would step out from the world of the mother, which means the world of the matter, which is the physical world that we all know and live in. So then he can step into the world of the Father, the spiritual world. There we go, guys. This is the MGTOW movement explained. In the next episode, we are going to talk about sexual economics. So subscribe to this channel for more and click on the bell so you don't miss anything, so you get notified when I first upload a new video. Like and share with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.